and welcome to a tiny haul video. I debated releasing this video. There's 6 items, but I haven't had a haul video for a while, and next weekend I have sourcing plans that will hopefully result in a full video, if not 2 full videos. So I said, let's just get this done, share what I have, get it listed, because my death pile is gone. It's gone. I need stuff. So anyway, yesterday, it's Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. I had another 50% off coupon from Savers for up to $100 full price, so up to a $50 savings. I actually went to one Savers last weekend and I didn't find anything, though I was severely tempted by a quinceañera dress, but I talked myself off that ledge and I didn't buy anything. So yesterday after work, I went to a different one and I was not particularly successful. There were a number of items that I would have bought, but even at half price, the comp said, don't take that. One coat in particular, it definitely showed signs of wear, and that's really what, because they were charging too much, you know, combined with the obvious wear. Like there was leather along the edges of the pockets and the leather was worn off on one of them. So I was just like, no. The comps for the brand looked promising. I was not familiar with it, but with the condition and the ridiculous price that Savers was asking, I just left it. Anyway, so the 3 things I picked up at Savers. Number 1, this is the North Face, and yes, I have discussed how I don't particularly do well with North Face, and I shouldn't be picking it up, and that overall is the case. But I check comps, and if comps on a certain piece say, well, this might be worth trying, then I do it. There were 3 other North Face items that I left. One in particular which had decent comps, even at half price. The comps and what I would have to pay for it didn't work for me. This is a size small. It's a soft shell Apex Bionic jacket. This particular one is probably not current, but it's a style that they make and continue to make. And it's totally my style, so if it doesn't sell, I'll keep it. In fact, I'd be tempted to keep it, except I have so much of this kind of thing. For my company, we used to sell merchandise and everything was kept in the office. So I would just see things. I'd be like, oh, that's nice. And I'd get it. Or I'd just come in and there would be clothes on my desks. Like, here, these are small. You can have these. But now an outside company is doing our merch, so I'm not getting any more. But that's okay. I have enough for the rest of my life. Okay, the next item. The timing on this item may seem like something you would not do. The brand is Quacker Factory. And yes, it's Halloweeny, but I think that people that like Halloweeny things like them year round, like skulls and skeletons. Some people pull them all out for Halloween and some people have them out all the time. It is, these black things are mesh, so like you can kind of see through them, and it has like sort of, is it beads? Yeah, it's beads, not studs, around everything. It's a cardigan. And it has a spider, a beaded spider there, and a beaded spider on the back. It's really cute. It's weird. Like, the buttons are hidden because they're on the inside, which is not as easy to button up because you have to kind of, like, once you get the first one done, you kind of have to go under to do it. If it was mine and I wanted to wear it buttoned up all the time, I would just keep it buttoned up and wear it as a pullover. Got a little loose thread there. Anything with beads, you just pretty much have to, wasn't even attached. Maybe it was just a thread from something else. You pretty much have to know there's probably a missing bead, but I did not see any, and certainly not the majority of them. I mean, if I find patches of missing beads in something, that's no bueno. And then the third item from Savers yesterday. This is a Ralph Lauren label, Rugby. I have sold this once before. It took a while. It's a vintage label. I don't think they make Rugby anymore. And a very cute little sweater dress. Look how cute that is. It is mainly lamb's wool with some regular wool and some merino wool. It's not itchy. What doesn't make sense to me on dresses like this is obviously you're not going to wear wool in the summer. And in the winter, who's wearing short sleeves? I am not. But it's super cute. And I guess, you know, if you're in a heated place, you wear a jacket over it to get there. It'd be really cute with like tights and I don't know, like clunky Doc Martens, knee boots, Mary Janes, pretty much anything. It's such a simple design with that scalloping. It says it's a medium. Well, it's got a lot of stretch, but I bet this works really well for a small as well. And I don't know if it has to do with, I haven't looked up this brand lately. I probably did the first time. So I don't really know what the era is for the rugby label. Like when did they use it? I don't know that they're using it anymore. I don't think so. And it's not common, only second one I've ever seen. Okay, now today, Saturday. So in my last video, I had stuff from Goodwill. They were doing 50% off all stores, and I went to 2 stores, and they were doing it that weekend and then this weekend, 2 weekends later. Our Goodwills have, I think, 5 colors in their rotation, which means 2 weeks later, only 2 of the colors would be all new stuff. So I thought it would not be best to go to the same Goodwills, and I went to a different Goodwill, and it's a little farther for me, almost 10 miles, but there's a couple of thrift stores en route that I have not been to in a long time. So after I went to Goodwill, I stopped there. So in all, I was in 3 stores and I got 3 items. I thought about going to another Goodwill because like I can go up that street west towards where I live, and then instead of turning one way, go the other way a few miles, and there's another one. But I have plans for next weekend. I'm kind of over Goodwill. I mean, I'll show you a couple of price tags. You know how people say that we're taking clothes away from poor people in the thrift stores? Well, check out these prices and tell me that these are for poor people. There was one rack that was right by the register, and I guess they were considering that they're higher end stuff because you had to like, you couldn't put it in your cart. If you took something off that rack, you had to leave it with the cashier until you came to cash out. And the prices were, don't even get me started. They were crazy. Okay, but I did get one item, and it's not, I don't know if it's a good item to sell. I did find one that, I can't remember if it had sold. I think it had sold for a decent price on eBay, but you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, okay, I can kind of see why you wanted that. If you know me, that is. It's this bag. Look at that. If you don't know, I have a black kitty. His name is Charlie. He has appeared in some of my videos. It is new. It's got this handle too. And I couldn't tell what brand it was because on the thing there, it's covered in tape and it says, please remove this protection film. And I didn't want to take it off at that point because I didn't know if I was going to buy it. So I did a Google search and it turns out it's, I can't remember the artist's name, and it's Bradford Exchange, which isn't great. I have a Bradford Exchange jacket and I can't sell it, but I love this. And I thought, if I don't sell it, I'll keep it. I love this. Look at that black kitty. And it's got a book that says The Witching Hour. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to sell it at all. Maybe I don't even want to try. I don't need it. Anyway, next store. This is Deseret Industries. They never run sales. And that store is always busy. Like, I don't understand it. Their prices are not astronomical. But when I'm going to shop at a retail thrift store, as opposed to the bins, I usually only go when they're running a special sale. Because for resale, the prices are a little high. For every day, their prices are not horrible. But I was right there, and I occasionally find things that I will buy. And this was not priced too much. I don't know if it was a good pickup. It is, where's the front? Yeah, it's heavy. It's a Michael Kors bag, Michael Kors. This is a really nice leather. I I don't source Michael Kors. I have one tote bag that I bought, and I shouldn't have bought, because I was like, I have never had Michael Kors. Let me try it. And I didn't realize it was Michael Kors, because on the front, it just says Michael Kors. It's only when you look inside. Anyway, this was cheap enough. The leather is really nice. It's a hobo bag, I think it's called. And it comes with the strap, and it's clean on the inside. The only issue is this. It's got all these loose threads. No problem. I have one of those long lighters from that you use to light fireplaces, and I'm just gonna burn off all those threads. I would not be able to use this because it's heavy when it's empty. So I can't even imagine how heavy it would be once I actually put stuff in it. So it's like I had before I really was a reseller, I had picked up a Coach backpack with pebbled leather, and I loved it, and I used it for a full season. But it was heavy, empty. And by the end of the season, I was like, I can't use this anymore, and I did sell it. In fact, I remember this. It was before I was a reseller. It was probably 25 years ago, and I sold it on eBay for $90. But anyway, and then finally, the third store. I only have been to this store when they were running a sale. They used to run a regular sale. Now they just post in their Facebook group like, okay, we're having a sale today, with no notice whatsoever, which means I can almost never go, because for one thing, it's a day I can't go, and there's no notice. Sometimes I see it and it's already the end of the day. And the prices have gone way up. They used to have like one rack that was like their higher end stuff that they charged more for. Now half the store is like that. Anyway, I picked these up, and they were a little bit more, but I think, they are bed stew. I haven't picked up bed stew in the longest time. They're a size 9. They look like a men's shoe. Let me put it up against. Yeah, they've got to be a men's, because they look like they're big on me, and I'm an 8.5 or 9 in women's, which is good, because I don't really see this being for women's. And it's in, good condition. I did look this style up. I can't remember what they called it. What, the classic collection? Something like that. And I think I could do okay with that. So that is all the damage I did this weekend. I need the inventory, and this is not going to get me very far. But next weekend, like I said, I have plans. I have big plans. And I'm hoping that I will pick up enough at both the places that they can each have their own video. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for staying with me on this short haul.